XCOM is still alive. We have not lost him completely. Some may say that it's not quite in the spirit of the Iron Man challenge, but the game allows it. It allows you to restart the Ashes and Temples mission, the invasion of the XCOM base, and do it as many times as you like. Given that I was under no impression whatsoever that you needed to keep your guys equipped with gear after the invasion of the enemy base, that's what the mechanic is. I believe it's like, I read on the wiki, I think it was 15 to 20 days after you invade the base, and they retaliate and invade yours. I didn't know this, and thus all of my guys, except for one, were using 100% basic equipment. So the only guy was Snake Eyes, Johannes Baker. I keep saying Baker, but it's probably Bacher anyway. He was the only one who had any gear. He was the only one who had armor. He was the only one who had a decent gun or a decent sidearm. Everybody else had straight up stock weaponry. And I read somewhere that it was possible that you could do it if you... Let me tell you, this thing was a bitch. Whoever said you could do it, like, yeah, you could, but you had to work at it. I'm only playing on normal, and this thing was nearly impossible. I want to say I played it a grand total of 5 times, and it was on my 5th time that I finally won. I got within one enemy on the 4th time. It was a sectopod. And it murdered everyone at about half health. So we almost had it. But not quite. So yeah, it was pretty brutal. I actually thought about jumping in and recording the last bit of the last mission, and I just couldn't jinx it. Plus, I was also afraid I was going to crash the game, because for some reason a lot of Windows applications seem to crash when I swap, when I disable my speakers. When I change that audio source in the audio settings, for some reason a lot of things just up and crash. Steam apps in particular don't seem to like it. So anyway, we finally did it, but we lost nearly everyone. In the end, we survived with Snake Eyes, Baroness Miss Helen Laurent, and one of the security guys who we will never see again, whose name was... Crap, I can't believe I already forgot his name. Start with a B. I don't remember. Anyway, the 3 of them made it through. But we lost JC Man. We lost All Day Okike. We lost Lou. And we lost Checkmate Thomas. So, it was pretty rough. But I imagine you'll be able to see the screen here. As you can see, it was not great. We lost a lot of folks. But we did make it through, and that's the important part, because it took me, honestly, what saved us is the enemy placement is somewhat random. You don't get the same enemies each time. We did not have a sectopod on this mission, on this last run. We had a ton of mechtoids, and 4 or 5 of the sectoid commanders. And one of the, I don't even know what you call them, the big scary looking guys in robes or whatever, which Snake Eyes took out for us, thankfully. a whole bunch of the cyber discs, and a crap load of mutons. I don't know quite how we managed it, but the sectoid, not sectoid, the sectopod, there's too many of those. I get them confused. That was the determining factor. That was definitely the determining factor, because with the gear that we had, it wasn't impossible, but more or less, because nobody could survive a single hit. It gets all those free shots, you know, the free automatic Overwatch, like it's bullshit. And trying to get Snake Eyes in there to do his thing with his plasma sniper rifle, the only weapon we had that could do decent damage, it just proved basically impossible. So yeah, I am exhausted. I've been at this for way too long, but I'm glad that I was able at least to finish it. I don't know whether or not we'll be able to finish this campaign. We may well not, because at this point we lost a lot of valuable people, but we still have a working crew. So I'm hopeful that maybe we can make a little more progress, even though this really sucked and is going to be a massive setback. But we did at least move up on the gear train a little bit. So, the Star of Terra. We got a new medal. This is the barracks to designate a special capability. Sure. Okay, so it was an ethereal, is we killed there. We got a bunch of corpses, which I guess is fine. Some alloys, weapon fragments, which are helpful. Let's take a look at our barracks, shall we? See how spare it's looking. We still have people, but they're almost all squaddies. They're almost all squaddies. We do have our mech troopers, so thank God for that. That's cool. And we still have a few people. These people are going to have to carry us, which is a little scary. But, oh, and this is the support guy that we got. I never even got to look at because we were immediately invaded. Oh, boy. Love that sprint. Oh boy. I guess he's gonna be our medic. We'll give him suppression now. Smoke grenades and contain powerful stimulants. 20% will, or plus 20 will, and 10% critical chance for all units. We'll just do that, because that's pretty much when we use those. Ah, boy. Poor Berg. She looks so... This whole thing disturbed me. Automated threat assessment confers plus 15 defense when in Overwatch. Shots from Overwatch no longer suffer any aim penalty. What do we got? Vital point targeting confers 2 bonus damage against targets that have been autopsied. That's kind of cool. Damage control. All further damage will be reduced by 2 for the next 2 turns. So it's all like offense or defense. Alright, well, I honestly can't believe that we managed to get through that. I really can't. That was rough. Iron Will sure would have been nice. People did panic an awful lot during the course of those missions. Heal twice as fast from wounds taken. That's pretty good too. Twice as fast. Oh man, I don't even know what we're doing at this point. We have no active research. Maybe we should start something. Yeah, we have this ethereal autopsy. It's instant. Alien appears physically weak, even frail, but appearances can be deceiving. Remarkably hardy specimen with a brain chemistry and structure utterly unknown to our science. And the council report's coming in a day. That's probably not going to go well. Like otherwise, I think we're all right. Yeah, everybody's reasonably happy. South Africa and France less so, but we're going to get satellites there. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how much more difficult the game does or doesn't get. So, nonetheless, this was just a brief update just to let you know that I did make it through. And I'm not sure how tomorrow's going to go. I have stuff that I have to do in the morning, unfortunately. I'll try to be back as early as I can and maybe try to like bang out a little more of this before XCOM 2, because that's tomorrow night. And I can't marathon as efficiently as I'd like to get this done, potentially. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're right at the end here, so anyway. Thank you for joining me on this horrible journey and for witnessing my ignoble end. But we did come through in the end. Didn't even have to cheat. Just had to sit here for hours upon hours upon hours. It's kind of cheating, given that they actually let you reload. I mean, that seems a little cheaty, but that mission is hard. It's really hard, and if you're going into this blind and you don't know, like, that's gonna blindside you like a son of a bitch if you just don't happen to be prepared. And I've been trying to spread the love, get some less experienced guys ranked up. So they were the ones who had the weapons and the armor on, and this thing just pulls your highest ranked people in order. I guess alphabetical or however it is they're sorted in your barracks. It literally just pulls like from the top down, and you get 6 people over the course of whatever. We lost a total of 9 guys, 4 of our own, plus I guess 5 security officers that they give you during the course of that defense. So anyway, sorry, I'm not making much sense, and I can't talk very well right now. I'm bushwhacked. I really am. So I guess that's going to do it. Anyway, I hope this serves as a sufficient update, and I guess we'll jump back in more properly next time, probably tomorrow afternoon, and I will try to see if I can finish this up before XCOM 2 drops. I don't know if I'll make it or not. I really hope I do, because otherwise it's going to be an awkward conflict, but we'll see what happens. So, thank you guys, and I will see you next time.
Hang in there, soldier. Having to fight our own people. Will he be okay, Doctor?
Yes, I believe he'll recover. And more importantly, he seems to be free from outside control.
Is there any indication of how this happened, Doctor?
I finished our initial scans, and so far, I found no physical abnormalities.
We already know the aliens are capable of some kind of mind control, Doctor.
Yes, but that doesn't explain the lack of a nearby controlling alien, or the sheer number of victims.
If the aliens were capable of launching an attack of this scale previously, I believe they would have. Perhaps this was a one-time opportunity.
That might be true, but we still need to find out how this was possible.